Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Captain of Industry. This is episode 55. In the last episode, we started researching new stuff in the tree here, hydrogen vehicles, very, very cool. And speaking of new stuff in the tree, I was actually taking a quick look this morning to see if there's anything else I hadn't noticed, and there's probably still some I haven't noticed, but I did see a couple of very cool things. We now can do custom surfaces, basically like paving roads or you can make them look different, but apparently that will help with maintenance of the vehicles, and that's very cool. And also this guy here, neat little lifts for our conveyors. That would definitely help situations like, for an example, I think down here, yeah, where we have these crazy messes trying to lift stuff here, so that is definitely something we'll probably want at some point. It's not critical, but it is definitely going to make things look a lot nicer. Right, that's the fuel station. I'm probably never going to bother building, but that's fine. Right. Oh, and I'd left myself a note. This is something we need to look at first. I crack this into the corn mash production here into two to try and feed both fermentation tanks, but this only produces enough for one anyway, so there's absolutely no point whatsoever in doing so. So we're just going to get rid of it and just put it back to normal. Okay. Alright, so that puts you back to there, and now we need a new mill for this one. That should not be a real big deal. I think I might just kind of tuck it somewhere. Okay. And you also need water, which is just coming off of that line there, and there's no reason whatsoever we can't just get more of it. I'll bring it down here a long way so I can put ramps just in case. I don't know how relevant they'll be, but I'll do them anyway, because that's just a thing that I do. There we go. I'm not sure if this is too close to this. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. And basically, you'll be able to tell me, because if you can't get out here, then I know this is in the wrong spot. And no, you still can't go. So you are definitely in the wrong spot. Fair enough. Can I put you this way? Possibly. Is that going to be better? Possibly. That was nice of you to drive out of the way. That was very nice of you. Let's see if that does it. I think it should, because then they can just theoretically just cut straight across, right? Theoretically. Yes. Perfect. Okay. They obviously aren't enjoying the trip, but they at least can do it, so that's good enough. Now, I suppose, given I have so much corn, or excuse me, animal feed coming out of here, I probably could belt at least some of this. Maybe I will just for the one, if I leave this one still trucked out to help the chickens. Maybe that's going to be the best way. So I'll have to make sure, yes, you are explicitly on. Really aren't going to make this a very nice one, are you? But I suppose it works, so that's fine. And then all of your outs will now be able to be forced, which means trucks should no longer need to get here except to drop off corn, but they should not need to get any outputs from here. That should help. Okay. But more importantly now, you should be running full speed because of you, and you will soon be running thanks to you. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so that will help with the ethanol, which in turn will help with, I believe, was it disinfectant that started that? Pretty sure. Yes. So obviously it'll take a while to get there, but that's okay. So this is coming along very nicely. In fact, I think I'm not actually going to build anything yet, but I would like to at least see if I just find a nice, relatively small building. Oh, I can. This totally works. This... Ooh, oh, no, no, not... What? No. Hit the wrong button. I want this to not be here. I hit the wrong button. I wasn't trying to quick deliver, I was trying to cancel. But no, that as proof of concept, that absolutely works. These do support building weight. So this is absolutely perfect. Now, having said that, I don't think I need that square. Anyway. So the question of the day is that wide enough for the cargo docks? So I'm going to have, I want one on this side and one on this side ideally, and if possible, one even over here. Obviously I can't build them yet, but theoretically they should all fit. I don't think, maybe I can't do 3 though, I'm not going to have any room for storage tanks or anything, but now that I know this absolutely works, I think I want to just expand this just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, very good. So I'm very glad about that. That means that project did have a value, and I haven't been sitting here for several episodes for nothing. You are back and ready. Although I don't think there was anything you could do, right? Pretty sure everything out here is more than your 470. Yes, it sure is. And I don't know if we're allowed to go here. I guess we could try it for science. Are you allowed to pass through here to get here? You know what? Let's find out. If you get beaten up here, then I'm sorry. But if you are allowed to just to pass through without doing an explore, without fighting, then that would be very nice. Meanwhile, we have caught right up on electrical parts. So I think I can shut this off now. Because that was just a temporary measure. That tells me that no, you are not in fact allowed to pass through a square, even if you don't explore it. Sorry buddy, you're going to lose this fight. Well, it was for science, so some pain is worth it. So I guess when all this research into hydrogen is done, we're going to have to get into more combat stuff, which I guess is all the way... Yeah, okay, so the next thing we're going to have to get, I guess, will be armor, but it looks like that is locked behind the next research, so I guess it's going to be a while. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There is officially the naphtha. So now we're going to get into cracking and reforming. This I can't imagine we're going to do any of, because this basically takes away our hydrogen. That kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? So I don't actually need to do anything. I guess this is just different ways of getting there, but no, it's totally fine. We'll just use that anaerobic. So there's nothing to do here until we get to here, and we can build a reformer. Okay. We can start at least thinking about how the heck I'm going to get the pipes out, though. Because the pipes are coming out of here. The actual reformer can live up here or over here or something, but... So maybe I'll end up just running the pipes along. If I tuck them right up against here, they shouldn't... Oh, they might still block this. So I might have to just run them up and over here. Because it doesn't matter if this stuff's cut. Who cares? And then put the reformer up here, maybe. Steel stocks are not looking spectacular. Steel hasn't stopped, has it? Nope, it hasn't stopped entirely, but it is slow. Slow getting iron in. Well, we have lots of iron, so maybe it's just taking a while to get there. Yeah, no, you're definitely running at speed. I say that though, we're not waiting on ore. Yeah, okay. So it's running at almost full speed. But I don't think we can beat that because we have ore, it takes a while to get here from all the way over there. Alright, fair enough. Suppose I could put a more local ore storage, and that would also help the actual iron production. That way I could have some trucks whose only purpose in life is just to keep the bin full, and then refills from it could be easier. That might not be a bad idea, actually. I don't think I want a gigantic one. I think just a storage 2 would be enough. If I just tuck this in here somewhere where it's kind of out of the way, something like that, right? And we'll ask them to please keep it pretty busy at all times. Could even technically just assign it a truck whose only purpose in life, you know what, I'm gonna, just one, your only purpose in life is to keep this going. Although obviously other trucks can be involved, but having one actual dedicated one I think will be a good idea here. I said that I put it closer to the copper than the actual iron, but that's fine. So we have steel on this side and iron on this side anyway, so it's kind of in between them. And by rights, I could do the same thing for a copper ore bin. I just don't really see a lot of point. We're already making too much copper as it is, apparently. So that doesn't seem necessary. Now, I'm assuming you're running more often, but probably still not often enough. Has it been enough, though, to at least keep up with the clinic? Yeah, it looks like it. Or at least while there's no disease, anyway. Because I'm assuming while there's a disease, they burn through the stuff faster. I'm assuming. Okay, there's the reforming and cracking, which we decided we did not need to do, so we're not going to. So now we're waiting on the important one. Okay. I can't help but notice maintenance is slipping pretty hard here. You cannot get rid of your recyclables. Yeah, you have stacks of them. You should be running. We have too much copper. Okay. Why don't I just do this? So you can now run either version, this one preferred. And since the inputs are the same, it makes no difference to the machine here. But this one will run when it can to give me more stuff. And if it is a case like this where we're just totally full, then it will still do maintenance without it. Because I would like to leave these wood burners off to make sure we never run out of trees. And I don't want to have to make an even bigger tree patch. Not that there's a lot of room for it anyway, but I really don't want to have to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You have run out. Okay, so we are burning too much, making ethanol. That is not very good. That is distinctly not very good. So we are not, in fact, going to do this. The animal feed is far more important than the compost. So we will just have to truck it out. That's fine. Hopefully I don't lose too many before the food gets up here. Although we are about to do some more corn anyway, so theoretically that should hit here first. In fact, let's make sure it's very clear to it that that is the primary spot that it goes. Hang in there, guys. I know you're hungry. Okay, there's some corns made it. Run faster. Maybe I should have got that upgraded conveyor belt research. There you go, guys. All better. Well, food for the people has been completely fine, so maybe I might even be able to put in more corns into one of these fields. You've already got 2. You're not doing any because you're doing the trees. What would I lose, though? Probably potatoes, or I guess even wheat. We clearly have more than enough bread. So why don't I train one of these wheats somewhere, it doesn't matter which one I guess you'll do, and just train you in for corn. Oh, I shouldn't put them back to back though, so I'll make you the corn and you the potato. And again, we have enough fertilizer anyway. It probably doesn't matter, but I'd rather just not even worry about it. Okay, there is our hydrogen. Fantastic. How big's this building? Oh, it's not bad. Right, so we decided this was going up here somewhere. Maybe I'll leave this part open for stuff coming out of there, and we'll put the hydrogen thing over here. Yeah, it looks like the fuel gas is going to want to come in from the left. Okay, this is where it gets exciting. So we can basically cut over across all this. This part's fine. Why are you not... What was happening there? Cut across all of this. Yeah, it looks like you will. Okay, now that obviously cuts these sides in half, but I don't think that's a big deal anyway. At least not yet. That might become a problem later, but anyway. Now you do need steam though, and that might get challenging. I think that's basically going to have to be a boiler, right? That's the only thing we know how to do is a basic boiler. Okay. You know, I would obviously prefer to just incinerate it, but that's obviously not going to happen, so yeah, we need some kind of boiler. I guess we could actually use maybe biomass and coal. It's probably the easiest way. I need to be able to get stuff to it, so I can't be too out of the way. Yeah, it may not be ideal, but we'll go with it for now. Okay, so anyway, you will go to there. Now you need water. Where's my water line? It's just here, right? Indeed it is. So that's not bad at all. Put you nice and far so I can ramp. That looks like it raised it, which I don't want. So let's try that again. I don't care if you raise down here, that's fine. Okay. So that part's fine. Right. Water will come in, you'll get probably coal, maybe biomass, but anyway, that'll be trucked in, that's fine. Steam's going to there, and I need an exhaust to get rid of any leftover junk. That's fine. Can trucks still get through that? Well, I think so. It looks like it's 2 squares. Should be okay. Alright, so boiler done. Right, I just need to tell you that you're allowed to do biomass and coal. Do not do the animal feed. I don't think we even have wood chips, but if we do, you could have them. That's fine. Okay. And nothing out by truck. Perfect. Okay, so that's the steam and the fuel gas. Now, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Do we do anything with carbon dioxide? I think we just burn it, right? Yeah, we just turf it. Okay. That actually means we can probably turf them both. I can't imagine this runs enough to overload a smokestack. I could be wrong, of course, but I can't imagine it. And I think I want a gigantic storage for the hydrogen. Might be optimistic, but I'd like to think we're eventually going to have a lot of it. Okay, so yes, you can't get from here to here without going around, but that does not matter. Okay. Alright, let's let them get all that sorted. This bit here I may have to just push. But the rest I think they can get at. Yeah, if they can get at this, they can get through there. That's fine. Hang in there, guys. More corn is coming. Okay, water's ready, so now we're just waiting on some biomass or coal. And again, I don't really care which, does not matter. Oh, we are basically out of coal. Okay, I am going to have to leave these on. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to. Which means I've got to watch the forest doesn't get dropped too quickly. It's either that or the ship had just arrived. It could be that as well. Either way, I'm just going to leave them on. It's fine. Hopefully we'll get some of that coal over here nicely at some point. Or some of this biomass. Yeah, you don't tell me how much you make, do you? Yeah, you won't tell me how much you actually generate. And I don't feel like digging through the grass to find it, so it's fine. There we go. Coal has arrived. Steam is up. Gas is coming in. We are producing hydrogen. Fantastic. You know, maybe this is more than one smokestack can handle. I know you're never going to receive these anyway, but let's make sure it's very clear it's not going to happen. You only ever exhaust in CO2. Having said that, because this generates way more steam than this needs, this isn't going to run all that often anyway. So it's probably fine that this is basically near full on CO2 only. Corn is coming right now. Yeah, there's going to be lots of it in a little bit. You can see we're not keeping up with the fertilizer. No, you guys kind of are. Just you aren't. Was wheat a particularly bad one? Because that's what it was on. No, it's actually not as bad as corn. Actually, making it corn is going to make it worse, but as far as I know, we are making absolute tons and tons and tons. Well, maybe not tons, but we are at least making fertilizer, right? Oh yeah, it's running at decent speed. We are waiting on oxygen. Okay, I have too many things on the oxygen here. Okay. That we can fix, because I ended up giving you your own air separator. So I can just kind of link them together, and they can both work. I just have to figure out which one is the oxygen line. Or do I just put in another air separator and forget about it? Because this is, you know, peanuts easy to use. I just have to find a spot for it, but maybe up over here somewhere. Now, some of these cables here are not quite so vital. In fact, I think it's this line here, right? So as long as I haven't blocked everybody off. Okay, there is our hydrogen cell. Fantastic. So right now, the only place they would be able to refuel, I guess, is there. Now it calls it a cell, but I think it actually is just like diesel, where it's just a unit. What I think I might do, I think I might build one truck that uses it, just to see how it works. So let's start with one of these guys. We'll follow it around for a bit and see how it refuels. If it refuels by just driving to that hydrogen tank, we're good. And if it starts complaining it runs out of fuel, I'm going to have to build an actual fuel station somewhere. Probably somewhere very near it, but somewhere. And then, but either way, this is for science. Okay, and here we go. Now, is there an actual follow? Yes, there we go. Now we can just follow this guy, see what it gets up to. But more importantly, keep an eye on its fuel level. You are trying to get over there and cannot figure out a route. Okie dokie. In fact, a lot of things would like to get here, but now don't know how to, because my new pipe here is blocking this. Okay. If I try something like that, will that work? It's basically pretty much just gives you this thing dedicated just to you. But either way, that completely eliminates the demand on this part of the line, which in fact means I could probably just get rid of it, but whatever. And that in turn means everything. In fact, I am going to get rid of it because that's just completely wasting space. Right, you now only deal with this, which is monumentally overkill, but that's fine. You now should have much. Yeah, now you have actually enough. Okay. Much better. Okay. So let's go back to having a look. Where did you go? That's you? That is you. Okay. Yeah, let's keep an eye on this guy for a bit. Not sure how fast it chews through fuel, so I don't know how long this is going to take, but either way. They are at least keeping it busy, so that's at least helpful. But watching this does give me a good idea of just how horribly inefficient the pathing has to be because I've made such a mess of this island. But I don't think I can really fix it without like completely and utterly starting over, and I absolutely will not do that. That's terrible. Oh yeah, like going from there to there and having to go all the way around. Yeah, this is not very good. Uh-oh. We have a problem. This section needs to come out because they're doing mining over here. Okay. Why do you not want to connect back to here? Am I in the wrong spot? Yes, I am. Okay. That's kind of silly, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, we're still digging too close to this, I think. Yeah, this may still be too close. Okay, well, then I guess we're just going to not do that part. And maybe we can just do an arbitrary flat in here. I don't know if that will do it or not, but we're going to try it. Seriously, I have nothing to do. Do I seriously have so little work for you to do? Okay, here's what we're going to do then. I'm just going to arbitrarily tell you to drive somewhere and waste some fuel doing it. Congratulations, drive over there. Is this useful? No, of course not, but I do want to see this happen. So, if you aren't going to do something on your own, I will force you to do something. 3, 2, 1, go over here. You're just going for a drive. The driver must be so upset. Gets a call on the radio. Okay, drive over here. Gets there, there's nothing there. Okay, drive back. Was that fun? Good, now do it again. I think this driver may quit or put a complaint into the union. But if you don't want to, like, actually do something, then I'm going to have to force you to use this hydrogen up, because I do want to see how you operate. Oh, you found something to do. Oh, just an actual job, not... Okay, no, that's fine. As long as you're doing something, then I don't have to keep manually clicking over and over and over again. I will, of course, have cut all that out of the video, because it'll be very boring, but I found it funny. Are you going to find something else to do, or do I have to go back to telling you to drive around pointlessly? There you go. Yes, come down here and play with that. You're getting down relatively low on fuel, so hopefully we'll see this soon. Yeah, we're using too many trees. I have to do something about the coal so that I can shut those off. But I think that's going to be a tomorrow job. But I do want to see this before we go. Okay, so that tells me getting from here to here sucks, so I think we're going to put a ramp down here. if we can. Some of these raised. Ah, you are raised. Okay. Well, let's fix that while we're at it. I guess not fix is the wrong word. Let's change that while we're at it. You are very low on fuel now. You really should consider going and refueling if you can, or confirming my theory that I need those fuel centers, one or the other. Ah, perfect. Okay, so you do go and just refuel directly off the hydrogen tank. Perfect. In fact, somehow you overfuel, I won't ask. But that's fine. Okay, so that confirms my theory. I don't need the fuel stations. So I'm going to leave myself a note to do something about the coal/wood situation, because we are going through trees faster than they're being regrown. We'll figure all that out tomorrow. For now, I'm going to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.